What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Odor of the Flame chapters 7 through 11. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. And we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, and we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, it's kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me this adorable kitty, right, kitty? Yeah, Kiki! And this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Hey, feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we're doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we can have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botched localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Dragon Ball Daima, which we covered in both the sub and the dub. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 patron, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked summer anime season in full swing, in which we're covering Witch Watch, Gachikuda, Togenaki, Takabi's Original Sin, as well as the second seasons of A Couple of Cuckoos, My Dress Up Darling, and Dan to Dan. And there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, well, we're finally getting into some action here up in Odor. So let's get into Chapter 7 first. See what's in store for us today. This chapter is titled Crimson Sword. Who are these brats? Did that old man call them here? Take some villagers as hostages. About that, the drogs we put there to guard them were all killed, and now the barn's empty. What? Run to the wetlands. That's where everyone is. You're not getting past us. Oh, yes, I am. They're weaker than trees. Don't retreat. This is a battle. You're all safe? Who are those children? I don't know, but let's just leave the rest to them and get away from this place. We'd only slow them down if we went back. Stupid little monkeys from the Forest Kingdom. You'll pay for what you did to my beautiful leg. Whoa! So he was able to freeze himself again after all. Yeah, that's not all. This feeling, don't tell me it's, oh, you're familiar, can sense it. In that case, there's no need to hide it. Allow me to explain. Skilled warriors from the Ice Kingdom like me are granted powers directly from the king. Fragments of ice from the Winter Spirit. Freeze them. Still the fingertips of all. I think it's supposed to be steel, but maybe I'm wrong. Still the fingertips of all those who have oppressed us. That's probably okay. I don't know who you two brats are, but there's no way you came here alone. Some of your adult allies must be nearby, so I'll rip off your limbs and take you as hostages. So feel free to scream as loud as you like. Ooh, okay, so we got Aruku, which is Ice Coffin. Fire shield? Interesting magic. I'll just blow it away. And then, Suri Raku, which is the great ice coffin. The power of the Winter Spirit. He only has a piece of it, yet it's this strong? Squad Captain, you're freezing us too. 10 your points! Aruku, Haldada, Ice Coffin Burial, dude. These attacks are sickening. He just, let his own allies get caught up in it. Their brave advance allowed them to become foundation stones for the motherland. They could not dream of a higher honor. You don't get to decide the meaning behind other people's deaths. Odor, I'll distract him. Crafty little brat. You know, I was just thinking. I guess even idiots can become squad captains. What? Oh, she meant that kind of distraction. You reveal all sorts of intel, keep misunderstanding things with all your talk about familiars, adults, and magic. It's really annoying since I can't even correct you. What? I was wrong? And your ability to freeze things is only giving me a terrain advantage. I used to have someone much stronger than you by my side. I really wish I could leap like him, but I still need more training, so... Woo! I said Xiao Chow. Nice. Impossible. This is the best jump I can manage. Grr, little monkeys. You think you can make a fool out of me? Alright, let's see. Aruku Pansari, which is Ice Coffin armor. My ice armor freezes all who approach it, so I can regenerate myself as many times as I want. How do you like that? Amazing, but my job's only to distract you. Remember what I said, you stupid adult. I've learned how to use heroic vigor. I can now withstand the spirit's immense power. Now I just need to take all the flame that's spilled out from my body up until now and harden it inside my body using my heroic vigor. Adjust the flame's intensity to my fingers, or intensity to my arms, to my hands, to my fingers. Stabilize the firepower and turn it into a blade. Ooh! Crimson sword, glowing ember spin. Sweet. Okay, this is bomb. This can't be. I need to refreeze myself. Yeah, he lost a limb. Refreeze yourself as many times as you want. I'll just melt you again. I train myself to fight this way. Don't underestimate the power of the fire spirit. Yeah. Soldiers already took care of them. What? Although you took out half of them on your own. I'm tired. We'll help you too. Us adults can't just stand by and watch while kids are fighting as hard as they can. But we're already done. What? I'm done? Me? I'm so pathetic. I can't believe I attack another village just to save my own. But it's thanks to that fact that you took action to keep people from dying that we were able to save the village. Don't sweat it. It may be pathetic, but I think it was still the best thing you could have done. He's not pathetic. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad I ran into you two. You're heroes. Aw. Nah, we still got a long way to go. Even the way you're modest makes you seem like heroes. Your jumps were so cool. He said you were cool. I have ears. These soldiers were small fry whose only job were to build a supply base. The main army in Dwarf Valley will be a whole different story. We need to get stronger then. Well, so cheeky. Alright. Let's get to chapter 8. Dwarf Valley surrounded by Anvil Wall, also known as Crucible Valley, the mecca of blacksmiths. You're really excited. You're really excited, but it's the mecca of the dwarves that they sing about in sagas. Dwarves? Dwarves are devoted craftsmen and uninhibited artists. They create what they want when they want for whomever they want. That's what they live for. It's a verse from Stone Hero King Saga. So they're craftsmen? Most of the Forest Kingdom's armaments are made in Crucible Valley. They also say the warriors who defeated that one evil king were all using dwarven weapons. And that the Heart Forge in the center of the valley has the Iron Spirit in it. Ooh! So chapter 8 is titled Crucible Valley. It looks like the Heart Forge is frozen. Too bad for you. Crucible Valley's already controlled by one of the Ice Devil's 6 horns, Spirit of the Blade Horn. If I die, I'm sure he'll charge down here. They don't give a fuck. What just happened? His body turned into snow and fell to pieces. Well, that was probably an automatic activation spell to prevent intel from being leaked by traitors and disposing of hostages. So he was just another pawn? He was a bad person, but he fought and died. Let's give him a proper burial, or a proper funeral. A forge with a spirit in it? You didn't know about that? Falksha? There we go. My memory's kind of spotty. I can sense the presence of other spirits and stuff, and if I see a magical device, I can remember what it is. Like, oh, that's a Nistang, but I can't precisely tell you what I do and don't know. I see. Are you the flame spirit? Huh? What's wrong, Falksha? Nothing. There are already defense lines set up everywhere. This is a massive army, big enough to take down an entire city. Trying to break through would be too dangerous. Let's fall back for now and wait for Sexton. There are corpses hanging up there. Oh, dwarves bury their dead. They never dig up corpses and hang them like that. That's the ultimate desecration of the dead. Dude, this is some cartel shit. We can't let them get away with this. Let's break through. I don't think we should draw attention to ourselves until we meet up with Sexton. But I want to get those bodies down. Hey, what are you doing up there? Ooh, this is one of my family members. Let me bury them in my family's grave. I won't make you do any extra work. Hey, shoot her crown, but she's a craftsman. No one will notice if one bites the dust. Ooh, well, this is really going to draw attention to us now. A person's life is at stake, so we didn't have a choice. Let's run before someone sees us. Are you okay? I don't know who you are, but you'll be in trouble if someone finds out about this. Come to my workshop. Thanks for the help. I'm Sindra, one of this valley's blacksmiths. Ooh, we got a lolly. I can't believe they're actually, well, a dwarf lolly, but still. I can't believe they're actually attacking craftsmen now. Guess I gave them too much credit. It's a real dwarf workshop. Nah, it's not a real one. Once they took over our valley, the first thing the enemy captain did was freeze our heart forge. The holy flame of that forge is our pride, and they defiled it in order to break our hearts. Listen up, you cowardly little dwarves. Ooh, from this day forth, you'll be crafting weapons for our kingdom. It's fine if the quality's poor. They're only meant for common soldiers, after all. As long as they're lethal, it doesn't matter what they look like. In addition, your crafting methods are inefficient. So starting now, you need to forget everything you've learned. They took our workshops and apprentices captive. Yeah, since dwarven techniques are always passed down from master to pupil, we have no choice but to obey them to keep our techniques from being lost forever. We make what we want, when we want, for whomever we want. That was the dwarven motto. Dude, Kitty, what are you doing? But now we've cast aside our techniques, pride, and forge for throwaway, poorly made slabs of blunt steel. A real dwarven craftsman would have said no, even if it meant crushing his fingers with his own hammer. Well, you didn't do anything wrong, Sindra. A craftsman's fingers are important, so is their technique, as are their lives, of course. We'll help you, I promise. You're getting too fired up. We should be able to meet up with Sixton in 3 days. Until then, let's focus on gathering intel. Thanks for getting angry for me. It's true that you two are really strong, but you won't be able to defeat the Bladehorn. Help! Uh-oh. According to what I know, Ice isn't the only thing he can control. Odor, I heard something again. Help me! Whose voice was that? You heard it too, Odor? What's going on? I didn't hear a thing. Flame Spirit. How many years has it been since I spoke to someone? I'm the Iron Spirit. Please melt this evil ice. The Iron Spirit? You're talking with the spirit? Don't tell me the voice is coming from the Heart Forge. What's it saying? We don't have much time, so I'll be brief. That isn't common ice. It's part of a horrible spell. The magic itself has been frozen around me. Within half a day, I'll be gone. What you call death will be upon me. But if we lose the spirit in the Heart Forge, this valley will be done for. We can't wait for Sixton. We need to save the spirit first. But the Heart Forge has been turned into an army base. You two can possibly take all of them alone. You won't even be able to get near the forge. I have an idea. All right, let's see what Odor's idea is. Stop right there, dwarf. I got a report that a human child was seen around these parts. Let me check the inside of that trolley. Sure. It's hot. What's inside of this? Coal to keep the elephant cavalry warm. I don't think a human would be able to hide inside here. Get a move on. Thanks. You okay, Odor? Thanks, Falja. You aren't hot? These are my spirit's flames, so I'm fine. It just feels like I'm in a really hot sauna. So you are hot. Why are you going this far for someone you don't even know? Because I do know you. I know how sad it is to lose something important to you, which means this is my battlefield too. Let's go take back your pride so you can get so you can warm your fingers up again and get back to making what you want to make. Hydrate. Oh geez. Okay. Now let's get to chapter 9. Let's see. So now we're at chapter 9, which is titled The Bladehorn. Where's the spirit's voice coming from? Below us. Seems like the security's light around here too. Udapirko did a good job. I'll distract the enemy from a different position and leave saving the spirit to you. Someone's been in the food vault. I can see boar prints. Catch it and bring back its meat. The area below the Heart Forge usually can't be reached because of the forge's heat, but they say it contains an altar of worship dedicated to the spirit. That must be where the Iron Spirit is. This power, a Nistang. These cursed tools freeze anything that gets near them. Stay near me, Sindra. The stairs that lead to the altar are also frozen. It must be set up downstairs. What are the two of you what are you two doing over there? We need to hurry down. You want us to use those stairs, but we could slip and fall and we'll freeze if we get near them, right? Not if I'm with you. Besides, being frozen is good in this case. They're hiding under the trolley. If they keep moving forward, they'll freeze. They can't escape attack. Ooh, that's what you think. This is working, Odor. Push. Whenever we cross frozen lakes, my dad always told me that freshly frozen ice is the most slippery. Woo! That looks fun, not gonna lie. This is bad. We got intruders in the Heart Forge. We need to send a report upstairs. I'm getting sick. We shook them off, Odor. Ugh, it sure is fast, but how are we going to slow it down? Isn't there a stick or something in there? I didn't think about that. Oh no, the stairs have collapsed. Hey, I found a stick. I love Odor. Oh my god. Forget about the brakes. We need to speed up. Our only hope now is to go fast enough to jump the gap. No, we're not jumping over it. We're falling. We're heading down either way, so it's fine if we fall. Dude, Odor, I love the way he thinks. I only cut the ice so I wouldn't risk hurting the forge, but why? The ice fragments are again freezing as they fall. They're turning into big clumps. Woo! We successfully landed. You call this a success? I thought it was gonna die. The curse is broken. First the Beelzebul squad's report, and then Adolf's defeat. Don't tell me. Lord Bladehorn, I see. Put our entire army on alert. The incident in the food vault was probably a diversion. Don't pursue it too deeply. Inspect our defensive line and search for any intruders. I'll head to the Heart Forge. All by yourself, my lord? I'm gonna see whether he's a hero or a fool. Ooh, okay. This is the Iron Spirit's altar, but the ritual forge is frozen. That forge is meant for making special weapons. If we add fire to it, we should be able to melt the spirit. I can't hear its voice, but I can feel its power. It's still alive. Let's melt the ice. Stop. I'm the one who froze that. Defeat me and all the ice will melt. Dude, this design is so much better than what we've been seeing. A soldier from the Ice Kingdom. Thanks for letting us know. That'll make things quicker. Let's kick his butt, Odor. Wait, Fagalja. Why didn't you attack me from behind? This isn't an era in which surprise attacks are seen as cowardly, is it? I'm not foolish enough to attack a spirit without first asserting its power. Get back, Syndra. This one is different from the enemies I fought so far. Show me your spirit's power. Let's go, Odor. Yeah, I need to defeat him as fast as possible. Crimson Sword. Woo! He parried me without even swinging a sword? Ooh, okay. He parried me without even swinging a sword? Yeah, he did. He cleaved the flame. Dude, that's sick. Dude, this panel is sickening. Okay, this is where, like, page 17. The middle panel of page 17. That is sickening. That is fire. The flames were just a distraction. His true attack is the second swing. Woo! Good job showing restraint. If you had followed through, you'd have lost your arm. Your decisions, your skill, your movements show me shadows of your own effort and education under a fine teacher. I hereby give you my respect. Give me your name as a warrior. I knew it. He isn't like the others. We're spirit warriors, Odor and Valja. Why can't I say Valja? There we go. This man is a warrior, and I am one of the Ice Devil 6 horns, Cerule the Blade Horn. This is getting much better. The writing is definitely getting better. But let's get to chapter 10 here. The Ice Devil 6 horns, the alias for the 6 generals who lead the Ice Kingdom's troops. People say they're all fierce warriors with unique talents, but the Blade Horn's power is simple and unparalleled. Overwhelming swordsmanship. Okay, so chapter 10 is titled I'm Reclaiming It All. Woo! Like, I've seen some comments saying that the paneling is very questionable, and I could understand why. The paneling could be a lot better for this fight. But, like, other than that, like, the art looks really nice. The pacing of this is really good. But, oh man, is it too little too late? Odor! It's simple, alright? He's just too strong. I need to create an opening somehow. A flame from his legs? I'll enhance the strength of my legs with heroic vigor, then speed myself up even further with the erupting flames. Crimson Sword, striking sparks. Ooh, okay. About that sword, can you lengthen it and stuff? It'd be convenient if you got lost in the forest or something, or when you want to light up an area far away. Yeah. Remember what you told me. Fire isn't just meant for war. You should be flexible with your ideas since you have a flame that can do so many different things. His big sword broke. Attack him, Odor. Oh, I had no intention of using this, you know. Ooh, that sword is fire. I'm ashamed of my conceit in believing that I could overwhelm you with my swordsmanship alone. A sword made from ice? The power of the winter spirit. I thought it was strange how I couldn't really sense the winter spirit's presence while we were fighting him. The great power bestowed upon him is all condensed into that sword. Seal sword. Ooh. Ooh, leftover ice. Okay. Alright, Kawaguchi, I see you. The path of the blade, it's freezing all the moisture in the air and turning it into shards of ice. I swear we've seen this Oh, now I know where we've seen this technique. It took me a second, but we saw something similar to this in Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest in Gray's fight against Vienna's. Or not against Vienna's. Vernon. Wait. I'm trying to make sure I have the right name because it'll piss me off. It's Viernes. It took me a second. I was like, wait. Yeah, it's Viernes. The gold god dragon Viernes. And what he did is because what Viernes' power did was he needed to use like the molecules in the air and whatnot to for his attacks and for his power. And what Gray did was he used his magic. He risked his life doing this and froze like all the molecule, the air around him, so the moisture in the air didn't. So Viernes couldn't use it. So yeah, like this is so giving me the sword. It's just making me think of that, and I like that. I think that's really cool. Because fire needs, kind of like with Viernes' power, fire needs oxygen. Well, obviously humans do, but fire does need oxygen to survive as well. Ooh. Ooh! Oh no! Can you still stand? Your spirit isn't this weak, is it? Odor! I'm fine. I protected myself with heroic vigor. My innards are fine, I think. Think? Good. Stop already. We'll never resist you ever again. Just don't kill Odor, please. Syndra. I never intended to kill him. I just wanted to ascertain his strength, and I've determined that he could be used. Spirit warrior Odor, enlist yourself in my kingdom's army. Ooh, if you refuse, although I'd rather not, I'll cut off all her fingers from in front of everyone. Dude. I wish this background was black, though. I'm sorry. Why? Kawaguchi, why aren't you utilizing the backgrounds, man? Like, this would have been good if you had, like, a black background or, like, some gradation in the background to really give that menacing feel, because the face is doing it for me. The face works. There's enough shading in the face so where it really works. But, man, I just, not having that gradation in the background, kind of having it look like a snowstorm happening. That's what I mean by gradation in this case. That would have really taken this art to the next level. True victory is breaking the enemy's heart. No, and the easiest way to break someone's heart is to steal everything that's important to them. Don't listen to him, Odor. I thought the dwarves would give up if I froze their forge, but then you appeared as their new hope, so I will steal you from them. Put out your flame and bend the knee. Nope. He's even faster than before. Yeah, you're pissed Odor off now. Like, ooh, this reverse negative contrast is nice. This fire looks okay too. These fingers you just froze are tools that the dwarves value just as much as their lives. And the heart forge you froze was a symbol of their pride. Yeah, dude, this feels great. The ice looks sickening. This background looks fire. He lit that frozen forge in the blink of an eye. I'm reclaiming it all. Everything you stole from them. His flame, it's reacting to his emotions and blazing even brighter. Heat. So warm. Woo! Okay, let's get to the final chapter of this live reaction, which is chapter 11. This is fire. Literally. Flames, but we froze that forge. Send in the ice sorcerers. We're on standby. Sir Blade Horde is already down below. That's all the more reason to call for reinforcements. He commanded us to keep all rank and file away. Why? Odor is up against the Bladehorn of all people. I suppose I have no choice but to head in to back him up. Who are you? Uh-oh. You aren't a soldier from the Ice Kingdom. Are you heading down below? What's happening at the altar? In this chapter's titled The Iron Spirit. Ooh. Syndra, Edipirko, that child, he's fighting on equal footing with Cyril the Bladehorn. It's true that I've never seen him exhibit such power before, but his blade is starting to crumble. Uh-oh. He's been fighting this whole time. They may be on equal footing now, but at this rate, the difference in their stamina and skill will allow Cyril to come out on top. Isn't there anything we could do? Without its artisans, this valley would be truly lost. I'll head in to back him up. You all should take Syndra and Edipirko. Falksha was awakened by Odor sharing part of his life, right? What are you planning to do? He's a human child with a lifespan shorter than ours. A human child who hasn't even lived 20 years, yet he's fighting for us. He's fighting. Syndra? I can't hear the spirit's voice. All I can do is pray. I can't even join in the battle. But I don't need to. I just need to make what I want, when I want, for whomever I want. That's my only job. The ceremonial pig iron. Is she trying to forge a weapon now? There's not enough time. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I don't know if this will help, but it is all I can do at the moment. How long are you going to sleep for, Iron Spirit? Creation is the destiny of all dwarves, so I'm going to pour my life into each swing and channel my soul through this hammer. This is my battlefield. Yeah! Ooh, the Iron Spirit is fire! Thank you, proud artesian, warrior of the flame spirit. I'm the Iron Spirit. The name's Brock, the one formed from metal fragments. Dude, this design is fire. I like this design. I wish the background was black, though. Why aren't you utilizing the backgrounds, Kawaguchi? Come on, man. No way, the legendary Iron Spirit? They awakened it? You look awfully withered, Fire Spirit. Team up with another human child, have you? Always the fanciful one, but your flame did indeed warm me up. And now it is my turn to lend you strength. Ooh. Be careful, Odor. Allowing two spirits to exist inside you at once is way too dangerous. It may be dangerous, but I'm still doing it. This is what I trained myself for. Come on, Brock. Flame and iron, two powers merged within me. Woo! Crimson Sword Iron Gauntlet. Dude, this is sick. This is sickening. The ruin on the glade, or on the, wait, was it glaive? Is the word for it? You know what I mean? It's fucking sickening. We got runes there. We got runes on the hilt of the sword. This is sick. This is sick. Yeah, it's Gauntlet. That was the wording I was looking for. The Gauntlet. Took me a second, but I hope it's just because this is Odor just awakening, but I hope at some point we get to see the full armor. We need that shit. His body accepted the power of a second spirit. I'll just freeze you again. Seal Blade, Thundering Thousand Spindle Trees. Nah, it's not gonna work. Dude, this is so sick! This is sick! Yes! Just touching it was enough to vaporize the ice. Cyril the Blade Horn, this will probably be the last strike for both of us. With the utmost respect, I will send you to Valhalla. Black Iron Crimson Sword, Red Hot Iron Brilliance. Dude, this is sick! Oh my god! Oh my god. Odor the Warrior, I shall await you in Valhalla. Well done. Dude, this is fire. I really hope it's not too late, because right now Odor is at the bottom of the table of contents right now. I really like what we got here. Holy shit, that was fire. Literally. There's so much potential for this series. Kawaguchi is starting to find his footing a little bit. And I will say this, it didn't take I don't think it took 10 chapters for this manga to gain some steam, at least in my opinion. I think it took I think it was around chapter 8, I'd say. Yeah, I'd say chapter 7. It took 7 chapters for this to really get going. Whereas with the Red Hood, Hunter's Guild Red Hood, it took 10 chapters for us to get somewhere. So I'm really happy with this. The only thing I would say in terms of the art, if I'm going to be nitpicky, is for when he was having his awakening. When I say this is fine, the awakening, I wish there was a little bit more with the transformation. But other than that, I know it's a nitpick, but God, this was awesome. This was awesome. I hope Odor survives. I really do. Out of the new series that we're covering right now, in the latest batch and the batch before, Odor and Katagami are definitely the best. And I will put Ping Pong Peril up there if I have to choose a sports series, because I really like that too. But man, Kawaguchi, I will say this, that the paneling could be way better. I am not a huge fan of this paneling, of some of the paneling here. But man, the writing though is getting so much better. It is. It's getting a little bit better. And this is why I'm going to say I was worried about this. Because at the very beginning, it was very rocky. Like we didn't get that that foundation. There's the word I was looking for. The foundation. Like we don't. I still don't think we know Oda that well, though. That's the problem with this. Is that I'm not as invested in Oda as, say, like Ku and Katagami, or what's the other series I'm thinking of off the top of my head, or Tokiyuki, that was the one I was thinking of, or Tokiyuki and the Elusive Samurai. I'm not as invested in him because we don't have as much lore going on for Oda. I really feel like if the first chapter was stronger, then I think this manga would be doing a little bit better. But man, I gotta wonder if Kawaguchi's editor finally stepped in, because something that we said for like the first like 5-6 chapters or so was that the problem is that a lot of it was the structure of the chapters. And I think that's been adjusted a little bit more. So I'm hoping what happened was Kawaguchi's editor came in and said, look, this is a hot mess. We need to do something here. We need to fix this structure and make it, improve it a little bit more. And I'm very proud to say that he did. But man, those first couple of chapters being that weak, especially the first chapter being that weak, really hurt the series. But we'll see what happens with this one. We'll see what happens in the table of contents for the next few weeks. But yeah, like right now, it seems like Oda is done. That Oda is cooked. But I'm really hoping that's not the case. Oh, the other thing, in terms of the foundation, for those of you wondering, that, I mean, like, we haven't seen the Ice Spirit King or anything like that. We've seen, like, little pieces, like the Kingdom, but we didn't get enough for the Ice Kingdom, in my opinion. And I don't think we've gotten enough for Oda. I'm not as invested in Oda as I am with Tokiyuki. And part of that is, in the case of Tokiyuki, is that Matsui gave us a strong foundation in the first chapter. He did. And you think Kawaguchi would have picked that up from Matsui, is to start with a really good foundation to get us invested. Oda, I'm still not invested in yet. I'm not as invested in Oda as I should be. But like, a lot of the other things that are happening though are great. I like what we're getting, but man, I really wish that we knew Oda more, like we did with Tokiyuki. Because Tokiyuki, I'm gonna go back to Elusive Samurai. Tokiyuki, because Kawaguchi worked under Matsui and worked on the Elusive Samurai. Because Tokiyuki, at the very start, we knew who he was. We knew what the motivation was right off the bat in the first chapter. It was set, and we met the villain and everything in the first chapter. It was so perfect the way it was structured. Here, it's not. We don't have that. We don't have that investment in Oda like we do with Tokiyuki, and that's kind of a problem. We know he wants to be a hero, and be a legend, but I don't know. I just am not that invested in Oda. Or like, hell, let me bring Asta into the conversation. Asta, we knew what he was trying to do. He wants to be the Wizard King. His motivation was being the Wizard King. But we saw that we knew Asta didn't have any magic. And we got invested in that. We got invested more in Asta than we got here. Same with Ichigo. Ichigo, we knew right away, like, who he was as a person. And the structure that Kubo did was set up perfectly. Same with Naruto, for that matter. Naruto, Kishimoto gave us a good foundation in the first chapter of who Naruto is. Like his struggle that he's dealing with and what he wants. And it works. Same with One Piece with Luffy. I'm just saying that's why I'm torn if I think Oda's going to survive or not. I am. I feel like, if the first chapter would have been stronger, then we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. But I'm very curious what you guys think. What do you guys think of this series? Do you think that it's a little too late for this series to get up in the rankings and even survive? I really, really hope not, because that's what happened with Red Hood. But Red Hood, it took 10 chapters, whereas here it only took like 7. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more odor content. A few ways you could do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee, purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. And until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye!